Hi, boys and girls. I am coming to you again today because I have been working hard on report cards and I'm getting tired and I need a break. And I know that you are probably feeling that way when you work on your packet sometimes too. Like you're just need a break, need to chill out. So I got my favorite sparkling water, cherry lime, and I'm in my big comfy chair and my big comfy sweatshirt. I'm ready for my little break. And I decided that for my break, I'm going to go ahead and read. And sometimes I like to just come, especially I like to come to this chair in my office at home. And it's just really comfy, cozy in my cozy clothes. And this is a good way for me to relax. And I bet it's a good way for you guys to relax too sometimes, to just snuggle up with a good book and a yummy drink or a yummy snack and just relax. So I thought we could do that together today. So yesterday, I did not finish the whole chapter of chapter 9 because it was very long. So I decided to split it in half so we didn't have too long of a video. So I went about halfway and I'm going to finish it today. So if you remember from yesterday, Jimmy Fargo came to visit and Peter has his friend Alex there too. And remember, they just met and Peter was saying that he felt like things would only go down from here. We were kind of trying to make some predictions about what in the world that meant. So I'm looking for exactly where we left off. Here it is. After that, it was downhill all the way. It's hard to be caught in the middle between your two best friends. I think Mom knew I was having a hard time because she said, "How would you boys like to go to the movies this afternoon?" "What's playing?" Jimmy asked. "Superman," Mom said. "I already saw it," Jimmy said. "So did I said. But I wouldn't mind seeing it again." "I saw it twice," Jimmy said. "I never even saw it once," Alex said. "It was better the second time," Jimmy said. "And I'll bet it'll still be better the third," Mom said. "Okay, I'll go," said Jimmy. He bent down to tie his shoelaces. Mom said, "Wonderful, and the three of you can take Fudge and Daniel." I had a quick conference with Alex and Jimmy. "I don't care if Fudge comes with us as long as I don't have to sit next to him," Jimmy said. "Same for me," Alex said, "and I won't sit next to the other one either. The other one's a nerd." "Same for me," Jimmy said. I went back to my mom. "Okay, we'll take them, but we won't sit next to them." That's reasonable," Mom said. "It's a deal," I told Alex and Jimmy. We walked into town. We were too early to buy tickets, so we showed Jimmy his father's painting in the window of the gallery. "I dressed up as Anita's anger for Halloween," Alex said. "My costume was awesome, if I do say so myself." "You don't think you're too great, do you?" Jimmy said. "I'm just telling the truth," Alex said. "I can't believe this guy," Jimmy whispered to me. "He's usually not like this," I whispered back. I never should have gotten the two of them together, I thought. They really couldn't stand each other, and they were making me miserable. "Hey, let's go in and introduce Jimmy to Beverly," I said, trying to sound cheerful. Beverly greeted us. "Well, if it isn't Alex and Peter and Fudge." "And Daniel Mannheim," Daniel said. "I'm 6. I live at 432 Vine." "Glad to meet you, Daniel," Beverly said. "And this is Jimmy Fargo," I told Beverly. "You know, Fargo?" "Frank's son?" Beverly asked. "That's right. I love your father's paintings," Beverly said. "They're so original." "He's working on a new one," Jimmy said. "It's called Salamis on Parade." "Sounds fascinating," Beverly said. "My father likes salami," Jimmy said. "Salami and onion sandwiches are his favorite." "I don't eat anything with onions," Daniel said. "We know," I said. "Salami and onions," Jimmy said. "My father could just live on them." Beverly laughed. "I'll bet he doesn't do much kissing." "That's right," Jimmy said. "My mother's the one who likes kissing. That's why she moved to Vermont." Well, Beverly said, I'd love to meet your father someday. Maybe we can arrange that, I said, thinking that Beverly and Mr. Fargo might really like each other. And Jimmy must have been thinking the same thing because he said he doesn't eat salami and onions every day. On Sunday, he eats eggs. I don't eat anything with onions or lima beans or peas, Daniel said. I hate crust on my bread and I only drink chocolate milk. You're a fussy eater, Beverly said. That's right, Daniel said. You want to make something of it? No, Beverly said. I don't. We have to go now, I said. We're going to see Superman. Have a good time, Beverly called. I wonder if anybody ever went into the gallery besides us. I'd never seen a customer in there. Outside, a line had formed in front of the movie theater. As we were walking to the end of it, I spotted Joanne McFadden. She was with Sharon, who's always looking at the ground or the sky, and Elaine, who likes to punch guys in the stomach. I guess Joanne spotted me too because she called, Peter, and waved me over to her. Give me your money and I'll buy your ticket, she said. That way you won't have to stand at the end of the line. Mom had given me enough to treat Alex, Jimmy, and Daniel, so I passed the bill to Joanne and stood right behind her. When the wind blew, her hair hit my face, and I didn't move, even though it tickled my nose. Well, Elaine said, after we had our tickets, aren't you going to introduce us to him? She nodded in Jimmy's direction. Oh, sure. Jimmy, meet Elaine, Sharon, and Joanne. Jimmy looked at Sharon for a long time. Sharon looked at the sky. I'm Daniel Mannheim, the little creep said. I'm 6. I live at 432 Vine Street. That's nice, Elaine said. And who are you? She asked Fudge. Fudge Hatcher. Your little brother? Joanne asked me. Mm-hmm. I never knew you had such an adorable little brother. Joanne had never said so many words to me at once. Adorable. That's me, Fudge said. And I'm Daniel. I'm 6. We know, Elaine said. You want to make something of it? Daniel asked in his best tough guy voice. Yeah, Elaine said. Put 'em up. She made 2 fists and held them to Daniel's nose. Daniel started to cry. Don't hit me. Please don't hit me. I'm only 6. He covered his face with his hands. I'm not going to hit you, you doof, Elaine said. I only hit guys my own age. Right, Alex? And with that, she belted Alex in the gut. Cut it out. Daniel jumped up and down, singing. Be quiet, Elaine said to Daniel, or I will slug you. You promised you wouldn't, remember? Daniel whined. And I'm only 6, remember? Why don't you all cut it out, Sharon said, looking at the ground. We went inside and stopped at the candy counter to buy popcorn and Cokes. Then we found seats for the kindergarten babies, got them settled, and crossed over to the other side of the theater, where we found an empty row for the 6 of us. Alex went in first, then Jimmy, then me, then Joanne, Sharon, and Elaine. I wondered if Joanne had planned to sit next to me, the same way I planned to sit next to her. When the picture started, Joanne offered me some of her popcorn, and when I reached into the carton, our fingers touched. Then I offered her some of mine, so our fingers touched again. By that time, my fingers were covered with grease, but who cared? I began to relax, concentrating more on sitting next to Joanne than on the movie, but maybe that was because I'd already seen it. Right when Superman was about to kiss Lois Lane, I felt something icy cold slither down my back, and I let out a yelp. Fudge was hanging over the back of my seat with a handful of ice cubes from his Coke. Hi, PETA. You little... But there was no way I could catch him. He was already racing up the aisle. Here, Joanne said, handing me a Kleenex. Could you do it? I asked. I don't think I can reach all the way down my back. Joanne mopped off my neck and then my back. And when she finished, she put her hand close to mine, and the next thing I knew, we were holding hands. Hers was soft but cold. When the movie ended, Joanne, Sharon, and Elaine walked home in one direction, and we walked home in the other. So what's it like to be in love? Alex asked me. What are you talking about? I said. What are you talking about? Alex mimicked. And Jimmy said, so when's the wedding? Cut it out, will you? I said. By the time we got home, Alex and Jimmy were talking and laughing as if they'd been best friends for about 100 years, and I felt left out. Dad had cooked a big pot of spaghetti, and Daniel was eyeing it until Mom told him how many onions had gone into the sauce. Not only that, but Mom had mixed a bowl of peas as a side dish, and that was funny because we never have anything with spaghetti but bread and salad. I don't eat anything with onions, and I don't eat peas either, Daniel said. What else do you have? Nothing, Mom told him. I guess I'll go home for supper, Daniel said. I thought I saw Mom smile. After supper, Alex went home to get his sleeping bag, and he and Jimmy both slept on the floor in my room. I wondered why I didn't feel better about the two of them being friends. Just because they liked each other didn't mean they didn't like me, but I had a hard time convincing myself. For the next week, Fudge walked around talking to himself. To most people, he's Fudge Hatcher, a regular boy. Only his trusted minor bird and his friend Daniel know the truth, faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive. Do you remember when I was born? He asked me one morning. Yes. Did I really grow inside of Mommy? Yes. Oh, he said, sounding disappointed. Why? Because if I did grow inside of Mommy, then I can't be from another planet. Take it from me, I said. You are definitely from Earth. A few days later, Daniel told Fudge that he had been adopted as a baby. So Daniel might be from another planet, Fudge said. Yeah, I thought. That would explain a lot. And he might even be able to fly. Don't count on it, I said. Daniel is my best friend, Fudge said. If it turns out he's from another planet, he'll take me there to visit. Great, I told him. Don't hurry back. You're just jealous because you don't have a friend who can fly. I don't even have a friend from another planet, I said. Too bad for you, PETA. And he took off, flapping his arms and calling, It's a bird! It's a plane! And that's the end of chapter 9. So it looks like things were going downhill because Jimmy and Alex were becoming good friends, and Peter was getting a little bit jealous. All right, boys and girls, my break's over. I got to get back to report cards. I hope you enjoyed the rest of that chapter. Talk to you soon. Bye.